welcome back to our channel. We are the Garso twins, Britta and Carly. If you're new here, we would love it if you would subscribe down below. Today we're going to be doing our February favorites, and these videos are so much fun for us to film, so let's get into it. Okay, we actually have 2 foundation favorites this month, which is crazy for us.
Never happened.
Never has happened before. We're really picky with foundation, but I feel like there have been so many releases foundation-wise recently.
Complexion is a big category this year.
It is, yeah, which is great. We love that. So the first one being the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. We wear the shade 425, and I am so in love with this. I'm wearing it today. I think that it is honestly the only foundation that doesn't accentuate fine lines. Don't you agree? Or one of the only.
One of the only, yeah.
I feel like with a lot of liquidy foundations, they tend to sit in your fine lines, and even if they look glowy and they don't look heavy on the skin, they still accentuate lines, and I hate that because I just am really insecure about my forehead wrinkles. And so when I first used this, that was the first thing I noticed, was that it didn't sit in my lines. But it also, like I mentioned, it's super liquidy. You only need one pump. A little goes a long way. It's so spreadable across the face.
Yeah,
I can
really
do my foundation in 20 seconds, I feel like, and it looks blended and flawless, and it just gives the skin a nice, smooth, even coverage without looking like you're wearing makeup. It definitely has the skin-like finish. I mean, it is a little bit matter than you would imagine.
Yeah, it definitely, I love it too, but it definitely looks better an hour or two into wearing it.
Yes, that's correct. I still set it with a little bit of powder, but I definitely, like Carly said, and I have to use setting spray to make it all blend together, but after an hour or two of wear, it definitely looks more natural on the face. So if I use this, I usually like to put my makeup on a few hours before I need to go somewhere, just to make sure, if you're going to an event or something, just to make sure it looks great. But I just think this is so good, one of the best drugstore foundations I've ever tried. I can't say enough good things about it. I'm so in love with this.
Yeah, it's really good. And then my foundation favorite is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Foundation Stick. Words can't even describe how happy I was
I do
when
really
this
love this
came
too.
out. Yeah, and I like the L'Oreal too, because I've been a long time user of the original Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and I just love how natural it looks. It's basically a very sheer tinted moisturizer, but it makes your skin look so dewy but very natural. And this is basically the stick version of that, but I'd say it's a little bit more matte. It's not matte at all, but
no.
It looks natural, a natural kind of sheen on your skin. I'm wearing it right now, but it's matter than the Complexion Rescue, and it provides a little more coverage than the Complexion Rescue. So I feel like it's definitely more universal. I know a lot of people with combo skin, because I have combo skin as well. It's pretty dry right now just because we're in winter, but the original Complexion Rescue is kind of hard to use because it is so emollient and just makes you look so dewy. So I always have to set my T-zone with that product. But with this one, I don't actually feel like I have to do that. I do some days, but some days I haven't, and it wears so beautifully. I don't get overly oily in my T-zone. Like I said, it has more coverage than the original Complexion Rescue, but still looks so unbelievably natural. I wore this one day, just thrown on my face the first day we got it because I was so excited, and I didn't have any other makeup on, and I just kept looking in the mirror, and I felt like this looked identical to my skin. I could not tell I had a trace of makeup on, but it made my skin look so evened out and really pretty, and I was just so impressed. Every product I've tried on top of it works really well.
Yeah, things blend really well on top.
Yeah, it feels very cooling. Sorry about that, dog interruption. It feels very cooling on the skin because it is water-based, whereas I believe the original Complexion Rescue is oil-based, or it has oil and water, the combination. But this is water-based, and it feels like water going on your skin. It's the craziest thing. I love the compact size. I like the minimal packaging. I can't even say enough. It's my new favorite foundation, or really any complexion product. I just think it's so good.
Yeah.
They did such a good job, like they always do. Bare Minerals is one of our favorite brands.
And I want to say that I don't really like stick foundations because my skin is dry. Carly has combo skin, and they all look so cakey and heavy, and this one does not look cakey or heavy. It looks like skin, like Carly said. My favorite thing was how easy it was to blend out. You could blend it out with your fingers if you wanted. And when we did a try new makeup video, and in that video I was shocked at how easily powders blended over the top of it.
Yeah, And yeah, I've applied with my fingers and multiple brushes, and it all blends beautifully. I would not use a sponge though.
I did though, and it worked fine. Yeah.
I feel like it's a little harder to blend with a sponge. With
A little
brush,
bit, but it still worked fine.
yeah, with a brush though, I can like swipe it on and blend so quickly. It's like done in 2 seconds. It's just so good. I love it. I love it so much. So Wet n Wild just released like so many new products for 2019, and they revamped their bronzers, and these are just the Color Icon bronzers.
Oh yeah, so they used to be in the round, large packaging.
And they had the one shade, Take Me to Brazil, that was like their tried and true that everyone spoke so highly of. But I tried that shade, and it is so fair. Like, it's really only for fair skin, and if you just want a subtle glow, and I love bronzer. It's like one of my favorite makeup products. So I kind of wanted to I want my face to look more defined. And so I went with the shade Sunset Striptease because I saw Raw Beauty Christy use it in a video, and that seemed to suit her skin tone, and we have light skin like she does. And this is so beautiful. And one of the reasons I love this so much, I mean, the formula is really nice. It blends out so pretty. I can swatch it here. I'll also insert a swatch.
Yeah, we'll insert swatches.
Because it does look, you can see that it has a sort of like sheen to it. So I feel like this is perfect for the summertime. If you want to build it up, you can, and it'll make your skin look like it has a really beautiful glow. Or on an everyday basis, it just gives your skin like a flush of color. And I know it looks kind of gray toned in the pan, but it's not at all. Like, once you put it on your skin, it definitely looks like a warm bronzer. But my favorite thing about this is that they're talc-free, and you guys know I have such a hard time finding talc-free products at the drugstore. The Burt's Bees blushes are still like my favorite talc-free blushes, but I just haven't found a bronzer at all that doesn't contain talc, and these don't, at least according to the ingredients on their website. So they're a very like soft, finely milled powder, and for the price, like, you really can't go wrong. I feel like they do have a good range. They had a couple darker shades. One of them has a lot of glitter in it, so I don't know if you guys would really like that. I know I don't really like that. But then the other dark shade is called What Shady Beaches. It looks like this. I'll swatch this one as well. And it looks really dark in the pan, but Leanne Says did a video, and she used this one, and she also has light skin, and it showed up like fine on her skin, and it was kind of a little bit dark for her. So I guess maybe if you are deeper skin tone, these would look a little more subtle on you, but I think they did try to have a range. But I love this bronzer so much. I think it's a great drugstore option. I know a lot of people were comparing them to the Hourglass like ambient lighting bronzers because of the sheen that they give the skin.
Oh, that's what I have on today.
Yeah. Christy mentioned that, and I think Leanne said it too. And so I think that's amazing at this price point. I think they're like $6, and to be compared to the Hourglass ones. I mean, I wish you could see the pan. It's just like, you can kind of see that it just has a sheen to it, which I love. I don't like a matte bronzer ever, even in the winter. So highly recommend these if you're on the hunt for a new drugstore bronzer. Okay, before I forget, I want to talk about the ring I'm wearing, which I will insert a photo of. It's the it's the Honey Ring by Majuri. That's how you say it, right?
I think so.
We've never ordered jewelry from them, but I saw this ring like 2 months ago, and it's just this like round ring, and it has a little bee on it, and I thought it was the cutest thing. I'm like, oh my god, it's a honey bee on this gold ring. How cute.
It's kind of like my necklace.
Yeah, it's just so adorable. And so I asked James, my boyfriend, to buy it for me for our birthday, and he did, which he never does. He never stays on list. He always goes off. So I was really shocked that he bought it for me. But and I love it so much. It is just so cute. It goes with everything because it's so simple, and I just love their jewelry in general. This is my first piece, but I'm definitely going to be buying more because everything, I mean, it's made so well. It is just so like delicate and dainty, like our type of jewelry. They're just like really stylish pieces, but also really classic pieces. So I'm really excited to explore the brand more. But this ring in particular is just so perfect. I love it. And it's gold vermeil, I think is how you say it. So it's not like 100% gold. So it was only $50. So it's pretty affordable as well. Yeah, and they arrived so soon. They have really good customer service. So can't really say enough good things. And oh, the only thing I will say is we are generally a size 7 in rings, but I ordered a size 7, or he did, and it was a little big, so I ended up exchanging for a 6, and it fits a lot better. So just their sizing may be a bit off, or maybe I'm just thinking I'm the wrong size.
I think it could be us.
It could be us. I don't know. I just wanted to put it out there that...
Use a ring sizer.
Yeah, figure out your ring size before ordering. I know it's like kind of tricky, but yeah, the ring is so cute and I love it.
Okay, next up is a skincare favorite, and I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I do. It's the Pixie Rose Ceramide Cream, and I saw Beaudiction raving about this on her channel, and I have a lot of the same, a lot of the same products that she does. She has dry skin, and she just has good recommendations. If you aren't following her, you should be. And this says it's an ultra-rich moisture cream formulated with ceramides to boost hydration, seal in moisture, and plump skin. Great for dry and dehydrated skin. Use daily as needed. First of all, I am a sucker for like this tin pack. I don't know why.
It's so silly. I feel like everyone is.
Yes.
Everyone is drawn to that packaging, but it's literally so simple.
Yes, like this tin packaging with a little cap. I just love it. I don't know why, but it's my jam. Anyways, this has ceramides in it, which help restore the skin barrier. And with this winter, and it's kind of been windy, my skin has been panicking.
It's
Panic
awful.
mode. It's awful. Like, I already have dry skin, and then add the wind and the cold, and it's like my skin barrier has just been shredded. It just doesn't exist anymore. And so anytime I put something on my skin, it would burn, it would become red and inflamed. And this has honestly really helped build back up my skin barrier. I feel like I've only been using it for a little over a week, but it really helps repair the skin barrier.
Can I swatch it?
Oh, sure.
Just a little. I want to feel the texture.
Yeah, I don't think it's as thick as, like they say, ultra rich. I wouldn't say it's one of those moisturizers that feels really heavy. Like, don't you think it's pretty lightweight?
Yeah,
and it
definitely.
smells really good. I don't like fragrance, and I looked on Target at the ingredients and searched to see if fragrance was added, and it didn't say fragrance, and so I don't know if they added it or if it's just like one of the ingredients, but it smells really fresh.
It smells like they added it.
Maybe they did,
yeah.
which I hate, but I love the smell of this. Maybe in like a hand cream, this would be a nice fragrance.
Yeah.
But I definitely think this has helped my skin. I think it's $25 for 1.7 ounces. So
that's good.
Yeah, so it's not bad. I mean, it's still like a drugstore pricing. Pixie's like a drugstore brand, but it's definitely more expensive than other brands. But I think, I mean, from what I've used from Pixie, I feel like all of their stuff, like the Pixie Rose Flash Balm, I really love that. Like, their skincare to me is a little bit better than like drugstore brands.
Yeah, I feel like their skincare especially is what they put a lot of time.
Oh, for sure.
And resources into. Like, you can just tell.
Yeah. So love this. Highly recommend if you have dehydrated skin from the winter.
Okay, I have one skincare favorite, and it is the Cuckoo Kind My Matcha All Over Moisture Stick. This thing is my new holy grail, like honestly, top 5 skincare products. If you haven't heard of Cuckoo Kind, they're like 100% natural and I think organic brand, made in San Francisco. I think it's based in San Francisco. I think it's made there as well.
Put this in last weekly favorites.
Yes,
right?
I did. But I've been using it all month long and I just love it so much. It's basically, like it said, moisture in a stick. It's coconut oil, matcha powder, and beeswax. And I don't know how that combination works, but it's so nice. Like, I use it under my eyes every day and night on my eyelids to really heal the chappedness because of this dry, awful winter. And last night my skin was so dry. Even after like I put moisturizer on and oil, I put this on my cheeks because I was just like, I need something. And it really sealed everything in, and I woke up and it was still on my skin, which I really felt helped create like a barrier so that my skincare stayed on my skin, and like the wind and the dryness didn't get in. It was just so nice. I love this product. I will continue to purchase for a long time. Also great as a lip balm. It really hydrates my lips. Really, you can put it anywhere you need moisture, and it really provides, and it does not clog my pores even though there's coconut oil in it. So if anyone has that concern, for me personally, it has not clogged my pores at all.
And they sell it at Target.com, actually.
Yeah, I got it from their website because I ordered some other things.
But yeah, Target has the 2 sticks. I ordered it, and I think it just was delivered. So.
Oh, wow, exciting.
Okay, we'll try to get through these quickly. Next up is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I've seen so many people rave about this, and I honestly thought it was overhyped. I was like, how can a cleansing balm be that good that people are going through jars of it left and right? But it is that good. And Pharmacy, I know we've talked about before, we are like suckers for Dr. Dre's channel now. All of her videos, anything she recommends or says to stay away from, we listen because she's a dermatologist and knows what she's talking about. And she reviewed a lot of the pharmacy products and said that they all have added fragrance, so she didn't recommend any of them. And I feel like this also has, here, you smell it, like it has added fragrance, but it's a little bit more subtle, so I don't know if it's just the ingredient, it's more down the list.
And I mean, they're really good formulas. Like, all their products are so impressive. I wish they didn't put fragrance in it, but I don't know.
But this smells like lime.
Yeah, it smells like lime, so you know there's fragrance in it, but
it's a subtle lime scent. It's so nice, and I love this so much. A little goes a long way. It comes with this little like spatula, so for sanitary purposes, you can use the spatula. Like the first time I used it, I took way too much because the only other cleansing balm I'd really used and liked was the Take Off the Day by Clinique, as most people have tried. And I feel like with that one, I did use a little bit more product than with this. I feel like with this one, this breaks down into more of a thinner oil, so you really only need a tiny amount because the oil like really spreads across your whole face. It gets my face so clean and also leaves a little bit of a film in a good way on my skin, so I feel like it's kind of hydrating the skin at the same time. Honestly, I love this so much. I think I like it more than the Take Off the Day balm. It's good. It's really good. It's definitely worth the price. I see that I get the hype now. I thought it was overhyped, but I was wrong. This is a really great cleansing balm.
Okay, next up is another Bare Minerals product. We've really been loving their new launches. These are the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipsticks. That's just what they're called. We did a whole video on these.
So we won't talk about them too much.
We love them. We talked about in that video how much we love them. We also reference our favorite shades, but I'm wearing the shade Geranium right now.
I'm wearing Cinnamon.
And then I also love Strawberry. I love Raspberry. Oops. There's a lot of shades we love. The whole collection is amazing. The formula is beautiful. It's the prettiest matte formula. So pigmented, but so comfortable. They are so good. I love the little components too. They're really nice. So yeah, we won't stay here long. You can watch the video. We'll link it down below. But we've definitely been loving them all month.
Last but not least is a book favorite. You guys said you wanted to see more book recommendations, so I've got you. This is one of the best books I've read in a long time. If you're familiar with it's huge. With the Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith, who is J.K. Rowling. She wrote these books under a pseudonym. I think it was because she didn't want people to associate them with Harry Potter because these are definitely for adults. They're not children's books at all, but it's about this detective that lives in London, and he has kind of a crazy backstory. Like, he's ex-military, he only has one leg. They get into it, but this is the 4th book in that series, and I have to say this one is my favorite. I don't want to give it away if you're going to read it, but basically...
It's so big.
It's so big. I read it in like 11 days, and usually I can read a book in like 2 or 3 sittings, so it was like a challenge for me for sure, but I was proud I finished it in 11 days even. But it had me at the edge of my seat the whole time. If you're into novels that are suspenseful without being gory, like just like what we talked about earlier, like we don't like podcasts or like anything, any shows like that. Like, we want suspense, but we don't really want violence. And I feel like this book is that. Like, there's like blackmail involved. It goes into the government. It's just, it's a web, and I feel like I'm really good at like knowing who the killer is, like when we watch stuff or listen to podcasts. But with this book, I did not know who the killer was until they announced it. I couldn't guess.
Wow, that's surprising.
I know, in all like 650 pages, I couldn't guess who it was.
And that is like a fun fact about us. We are so good at that stuff.
Yes, we
with
are.
Like games or books or things like that.
And so I feel like but I'd rather read a book that was and it wasn't even confusing. It was so well written that like there was so much motive for so many different people that I really did not know who killed this man. So highly recommend this book. It's such a good one if you're into these kind of novels.
Would you tell people that they have to read the series to read this book?
That's a good question. I think, okay, so Strike is the main detective, and he has a partner, Robin, who works for him. So they have a, like, backstory, or not a backstory, but their relationship goes up and down. They're not really together, but their working relationship is a little complicated. So if you want to learn more about them as partners, I would say read all 4. But otherwise, I think you'd be fine if you just, like, read like little excerpts of each one, but because they are different
stories.
Yeah, they're different stories. Each one has like a different case, if you will. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a little long. We get so carried away in these favorites videos because we love these products, and we'll see you in our next video.